Hey guys, person. So, I don't normally do these kinds of videos, comment over a still image. I was uploading Rainbow Six montages, stopped, besides the point. I'm talking today about World War III and my grievances with the players that seem to be leaving negative reviews when they can't even play the game, to be quite frank. I also am a little unhappy with the devs, seeing as the game arguably probably should have worked much better than this day one because it seems the issue is related to server stress. So, could this have been solved? Probably by expanding the closed beta a bit, but what do I know? Just a 19-year-old college programming student, so probably don't know much. But, beside the point. The main problem I have is simple. People on Steam are ranting and showing all the hate in the world toward this game when they can't even play the game. It seems more or less like they just are mad they spent money on something that doesn't work right away. They can get a refund, and most of them have. The problem I have is they're leaving their negative review up, and my concern is simply that that is going to turn away new players that maybe would try the game. From my personal experience, I tend to not even look at games if they have mostly negative or overwhelmingly negative review status. If it's mixed, I might read a few reviews and just see where I stand. Positive, I'll probably give her a go. If the price is right and I think it's a good game, I'll like. But the point I'm trying to make is these people have not even played the game, and they are just whining and bitching about every little thing. They're bitching about the devs not being communicative, which they weren't the night of release. Yes, that night they went a little dark. I get that. But they've been very responsive today, as of 10/20/2018. The issue I have, again, just stems from these people leaving their reviews up, the negative reviews, after they refund the game, and they say they're done with it. Let me put this comparison to you. If I were to go to a movie, let's say the movie Solo. I'm not a real big moviegoer, so I don't know any big titles. Sorry. Not my thing. But anyway, you go to see the movie Solo. The projector is not working, so they refund you the movie, the ticket you paid, you walk out. Are you gonna go online then and say Solo sucked and put your reason for not liking the movie in your review as simply I went to the movie theater and the projector wasn't working? Doesn't make a lot of sense, now does it? That's exactly what these people are doing here. They are buying the game, they have the option to refund it, but I don't know how many people did, but they have that option in front of them. They then rant and hate about this game because they can't play it. Again, let me give you another comparison that just popped into my head. If you buy a game and you didn't look at the system specs, and the game doesn't work on your system because of, your specs aren't good enough, or maybe they're too good, it's an older game, you have to run some kind of compatibility thing, which is very easy on Windows. I don't know how easy it is on, say, Mac and Linux. But my point is, your specs don't match up, you can't play the game because of that. What are you going to do? Write a bad review saying, oh, the game doesn't work because my specs are inferior to what they recommended or what I needed? No, you shouldn't do that. At least in my opinion, you shouldn't. Because to me, if you're going to buy a game, right, and you don't have enough specs because you just didn't pay attention, you really shouldn't be complaining. But little bit of a strange comparison, but the thing is, it's not really. Because this game is early access, remember. The thing with early access games is while, yes, you expect it to work day one, there are bugs that are going to be there. It even says it on the Steam page. It says something along the lines of, there may be bugs, the game experience may change over time, etc., etc. The problem I have, again, is just these people who can't play, leaving completely negative reviews and leaving them up There are people on discussion boards saying, leave the negative reviews up forever. Let the game fail. Do you really think that's the kind of people that should be allowed to leave reviews? If it were up to me and I was Steam, I would say you have to, if you refund a game, your review should be taken down. If you have, like, a negative review or a positive review, I feel like if you refund the game, your review should simply be taken down. Because obviously, if you refunded, you have less than 2 hours played. If you're refunding the game, then you have less than 2 hours played. And if you have less than 2 hours played, in my opinion, you don't really have a valid, I wouldn't say a valid opinion, that's not the right term, but like a thought out enough opinion, I guess I could say, about the game to really write a hugely negative or hugely positive review. But, I digress. So, back to the topic at hand. The negative reviews pouring into World War III. I feel like it's just a little saddening, because this is a hyped game. I wanted it to come out for months. I was always looking, always checking news on the game, because I wasn't the guy that really was interested in the closed beta. Like, I would have loved to play, I just didn't really feel like finding out how to get an access key. I knew that most of them were gone, or all of them, and I just said, I'm not gonna bother trying to get one. I was really into Rainbow Six, and I was like, I'm not really too concerned. I have other things to kill time with. Now, the problem I have with the devs in particular is they didn't have enough people stress testing. I don't know the exact number on the keys, but I know that maybe, I don't know, I think it was a few days before the launch of the game. Maybe, I don't know, a few weeks. I'm shooting in the dark because I didn't look it up. Bad person, not looking things up before he talks. My bad. Again, don't normally do these videos. But anyway, they had the beta testers for a long time, and then all of a sudden they just released, I forget how many it was, I think it was 10,000 extra keys. But the problem is that the sheer fact that you've had so few players the whole time, your servers, naturally, you're not going to get an accurate stress test. When they saw how hyped the game was, they should have immediately, like that, shot over and put more keys out. Can't snap now. Fuck me. Like that. You should have done it instantly. But they didn't. So, that's really my issue with the devs. I feel like otherwise, after the night, they went totally dark. They've been pretty communicative. They've tried to calm us. They've tried to make us feel like it's okay, that they are working on it. But again, I just feel like these negative reviews are going to kill the game's future. And if the game wasn't destined to fail before these negative reviews, in my opinion, the game is now dead on arrival. Unless it pulls a Rainbow Six Siege miracle, which I'm doubting, I'm going to be extremely disappointed, and the only ones I'm going to be able to blame are, in my opinion, not the devs, but the people who left negative reviews up, despite not even being able to play the game. I did leave a review up on Steam. I rated it as positive. It was more of a meme thing, but I did say I'll revisit the review when the game comes out. Who knows, I may just end up deleting the review as soon as the game comes out. I don't typically review Steam games, but who knows, I might. But I have such an issue with these people leaving negative reviews, and then they start just bitching on the discussion forums about, yeah, I'm right, because I never played the game, and the game should work day one, which I understand, but again, early access, which I feel like, despite what a lot of people would like to think, is a very valid excuse, at least in my opinion. You're welcome to disagree. and I will attempt to reply to any comments I receive on the video. But I'm just so disappointed that people cannot act mature enough to just hold off on the review, stay calm, and wait. I get it, people don't have all the time in the world, but there will be other opportunities to play the game. It's not like the game is, disappearing after this weekend, and if you don't play it within this weekend, you're gone. Like, you're never going to be able to play it. No, that's not how it works. But this is sort of just my rant video. Can't really think of much else to say, other than that I'm a little disappointed in how the community's acting. I don't want to name call, but I feel like most of the people ranting are people that just don't care about the game, bought it because they thought it looked nice, and they were like, yeah, it doesn't work, fuck it. They really were not all that invested in the game. Can't think of anything else to talk about. If I think about anything else to talk about, or if I get a comment that I wish to make another almost response video to, I will do that. I don't normally make these videos, so if I sound a bit awkward or nervous, that's why. I don't typically put my voice out there like this, but I didn't want to comment on the discussion forums to seem like I'm some keyboard warrior 2-year-old. That's not what I would want to do, not the image I'd want to present. So, I'm coming out on YouTube, speaking it with my own words. Well, I hope you all have a great night, or day, depending on when you see this. And I just hope and pray World War III is a grand success in the long haul. This is Person Guy Thing, signing off.